As part of your final end of the year checkout process, we do need you to sign your weekly attendance reports for the month of February. We will shortly be sending out an email with all of your weekly attendance reports attached, and you will need to sign those. Now, we recognize that signing them could be a little tricky in a remote setting, so there are 3 ways that you could sign these and get them back to us as part of the checkout process, and I'm going to go over those options right now. So, first of all, if you go to the email where the attachment is located and download the attachment to your desktop, I have 3 here. There were a total of 3 weeks in the month of February that need to be signed because of ski week. And so once you have those downloaded to your desktop, one way that you can sign it is by double clicking it open. And what happens is that attachment is going to open in a program called Preview. And Preview allows you to sign digitally. So let's just pretend that I am this teacher, and this is where I want to put my signature. So to do that, what I'm going to first do is I'm going to go over here where there's this pen in a circle, and I'm going to click it. And what will happen is my toolbar will show up. And from there, I'm going to select the button that has the little signature icon right here where it says sign. And I already actually have some signatures stored here, but you might not have any. So if you have none stored, then you won't have any there, but you can click where it says create signature. And then just be careful, because using your trackpad, you're going to create your signature. But as soon as I click this button, click here to begin, my trackpad is going to be enabled. So I'm going to click here, but then immediately I'm going to start signing my name. And it might not be the best, but I'm just going to sign to the best of my ability. And when I'm there, I'm just going to press any key when I'm done. And that's going to be my signature. Now, if you're looking at it and you're like, ooh, that looks terrible, you can always click cancel and try it again. Another trick you can use is you can hold a picture of your signature on a piece of paper and capture it on the camera by clicking the camera button. So that's another trick. And I like that option a little bit better. In fact, that's how I was able to make my signature here. Once you click done, you'll have signatures that you can use. And so what you'll do is you'll just select the signature that you'd like to use, and you can drag it. As long as you have this little hand tool, you can drag it over to the line where you want it. To add the date, I'm going to go to this icon where there's a text box. First, click off of your signature, and I'm going to click the text box. You can drag that text box right over the date and replace it with the date of 2/20/2020. And now I've got my signature and I've got the date. What I can do now is I can click on my signature, hit or hold Command C, and I can copy that right there. And I can also do the same with my date, hold Command C and copy it right there. So I'm going to go through my pages and do that. You might want to just do the date first for all of them, and then go back up and grab your signature and copy and paste your signature on all of the lines. So that's one way that you can sign. And then once you're done, you'll just go to File and Save. I'm going to rename it by clicking right up here. Please name it, keep the weekly attendance report naming convention, and then just put your last name first initial. So we'll do last name and first initial like that. And then you'll just hit return, and that will save it with that correct naming convention. You can see it here, weekly attendance report, Alan J. And then from there, if I go to my checkout form, the next question is the attendance question. And there will be a link here to a Google folder. And in this folder, I'm simply going to take my weekly attendance report and drop it in. I'm going to do that for each of my reports. So for each report that I save, if you do the first one as your last name, first initial, I'm going to do last name, first initial 2 for my second one. And I'm going to drop that one in. And then I'm going to do, for the third one, I'm going to do last name, first initial, number 3. So that those are all not named the exact same thing, and I'm going to drop that in. And that would count in my checkout form that I've completed that task. Another way that you can do a signature is you can simply print these at home if you have the paper and the ink, hand sign them, and then scan them back. But that, again, is going to be a lengthy process and probably take a lot of paper and ink. So I don't recommend that process, but it's an option if you have a scanner and a printer at home. And then finally, the third option is and sign your weekly attendance reports. We'll have them printed out for you and ready to go at school. But we'll have more information about coming in and that process from Dr. Dale. So hopefully this helps. We do need these attendance reports filled in for our auditors. And so we appreciate your cooperation on that. Thank you so much.